Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final episode of our podcast series on AI and data science. Today, we're honored to have a very special guest who is a leading expert in the field of data science. But before we get started, let me introduce myself and my fellow host. I'm Folashayo, and I have with me here
Sally Ann.
Jessica.
as a team of curious postgraduate students studying AI and data science at the University of Kew. We've been on a quest to explore the possibility of data science and how it can be harnessed to tackle complex challenges in different sectors. In this final episode, we'll be diving deep into the topic of data science and your domain and how data science can be leveraged to create meaningful impact in a range of fields, from healthcare and finance to education and beyond. Our guest speaker today will be sharing a valuable insight and experience, and we'll be discussing on how we can all use data science to make positive difference in our communities. We're thrilled to have you with us today, and we hope you enjoyed this final episode in our series as much as we enjoyed creating them. So, without much ado, let me welcome our guest speaker, Sangeeta Sangeeta.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Yeah. So to dive deeper, we would like to know more about you. So I'm just going to quickly read your bio. Dr. Sangeeta Sangeeta is a highly accomplished academic, currently serving as the program director for MSc AI and Data Science at Keele University. With over 8 years of experience in teaching and research, Dr. Sangeeta has established herself as an expert in the field of computer science. Prior to her current position, Dr. Sangeeta worked as an assistant professor in the Max Department of Heriot-Watt University and also served as an assistant professor in the Computer Science and Engineering Department at JP Institute of Information Technology in Noida, Uttar Pradesh, India. Dr. Sangeeta earned her PhD in computer science from JP Institute of Information Technology and her MTech computer science from Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology in India. Her research interests span several areas including machine learning, software engineering, data science, and deep learning. Currently, she is actively engaged in investigating applications of data mining to automate various software development tasks. Throughout her career, Dr. Sangeeta has made significant contributions to her field through publications, presentations, and academic collaborations. She is highly respected among her colleagues and peers for her research, teaching, and leadership abilities. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah.
All right, starting, we'd like you to give us an overview of different domains where data science are applicable.
Okay, thanks all of you for the introduction.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, data science is applicable in almost all the domains. For example, education, healthcare, finance, software engineering, social media analytics. So I cannot see any domain where data science is not applicable.
Would that mean that every company should have a data scientist?
Yes, I think as we are approaching in recent years, almost all the companies will be using data science in one of their departments.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that makes a lot of sense because
So where anyone from different field could just delve into data science and apply the knowledge of data science onto the field they're coming from, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
That's good. So we know that data science is becoming more and more important in a wide range of domains, just as you've confirmed. So we're really excited to hear your thoughts on some of the real-world applications of data science in these domains and the kind of impact that it's having. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, so some of the applications in which I am working in deeply, for example, in the software engineering domain, I can see that people are using technologies related to data science and machine learning for automating various tasks that software engineers traditionally used to do manually. For example, automated code generation tools, automated testing tools, automated requirement mining tools, automated comment review mining tools, and so on. So all the tasks that were done manually initially, now they are going towards automated in software engineering.
Okay.
That's good.
I just wanted to ask, what made you decide to be in this field as a growing up? What informed your decision? Because I know a lot of us are AI and data science is very broad. So we're still trying to figure out should we be in AI, should we be data analyst, data scientist,
Machine learning and all
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, when I was doing my master, so there was a particular course related to data mining, and then we did another course on software, special topics in soft computing. So I was really interested in those areas, but I never decided that this is the area I want to work. I think gradually when I completed my master, I did my master thesis and so on. So gradually I got inclined toward this area.
Okay.
So,
So you pursued it. That's interesting.
Awesome minute. Could you discuss some specific interdisciplinary collaborations that have been successful in applying data science to different domains?
Yes, so one of the application that I worked in my master's, it was in healthcare domain. And there we were working on identifying people who are higher risk to heart disease, but without doing any laboratory tests. So that was driven by analyzing lots of data and then finding some parameters that how we can, without doing any laboratory tests, how we can identify that this particular person have a risk for heart disease.
Wow.
So this application was mainly built for rural areas in the India because we were knowing that their people do not have any access to healthcare facilities. So if we can build a mobile app where people can just answer few questions and then we can identify, okay, these people are higher risk for heart disease, we can recommend them, okay, you can go and have a lab test. And so we were building that application.
That's awesome.
That's really good. That's
I
really
think I did something similar in my visualization course on healthcare. Yeah.
you're getting your back on now.
I really enjoyed it. Like, so we used heat map, like so as in trying to get the data. It was really good. It was really good. Trust me.
learning
Yeah.
curve.
Awesome.
That's
It was a
good.
good learning curve for me. So I'm actually thinking. So there was a career stuff we posted recently for job application, and it was in healthcare. So I haven't really been thinking about healthcare before for data science.
Yeah.
But since I started that project, I've been thinking about doing something in healthcare now.
Healthcare.
Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That's
impactful.
Yeah. So it brings me to my next question, which are can you tell us some of the challenges or limitations that data scientists might face when applying their skill to a new domain?
I mean, new domain means that if I'm working in computer science, if I'm jumping to finance,
or healthcare or something like that.
Yeah, so like if I say about my experience with healthcare domain, so it happened that we were working on that project nearly 1.5 years.
Wow.
But after 1.5 years, we have to close that project because the people who were working with us on collaboration, they were from some healthcare institute. So they left the institute. So we didn't had any kind of collaboration. So I think if we are working to new domain, we really need good collaboration, people who are dedicated, and we know that, okay, they will be there for next 2-3 years. So it happened that we had collaboration with 2-3 institutes. But for some reason, people resigned or people moved to other places. So we have to actually stop the project.
Wow. So that would affect a lot of things, like the help that the people, the community, they will no longer have that access to that anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Seeing data science as for a lot of people, it seems to be a transitional course. Because you do, having another domain, for most of us, we are from medicine, agriculture, education, and all sorts. So my question is, how can an individual who is interested in data science put out some specific domains expertise, like in medicine and what have you, use these skills to make an impact on their field?
So I think that it can only be possible through good collaborations because I cannot expect that a person who is coming from medical domain to read everything in the computer science and then do something in it. Of course, you can do some refresher course to build programming knowledge and so on. but I think that it can be done only through good
Collaborations.
Yeah.
You're hearing,
There's
guys,
something here.
collaboration. Interesting.
Very interesting. So, moving on to the future of data science, could you share with us your insights on some of the most exciting developments in the field that you think will have an impact on various domains, like in the coming years? So, as someone who is actively involved in the industry, we would really love to hear your perspective on this.
I think that data science will have impact on all the domains. But few domains that I can see, for example, social media analytics. So I think that it is impacting youth a lot, and I think and there is lots of misinformation there.
Yes, that's true.
And I think that if companies work toward removing that fake news or misinformation, that can help people on the social media who are
space,
using. Yeah, because I think that people of all ages, whether they are young, youth, or even old people, they use social media, and because of these fake news or misinformation, it impacts lots of people.
Yeah.
So I think this is one area where companies should work.
Focus on, yes. Okay.
That's awesome.
That is really interesting because, I mean, social media, a lot of people spend their time on social media.
And the free speech that comes with it, people just post anything.
Exactly. And some people don't even verify information, they just go with it. So I think that's
like the hack images that spread.
And people are really taking it seriously. And it's become an issue between man and woman where they are like,
and this was just fake news.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Kimi.
Okay, so to our listeners out there, some of them have not really figured out what they want to do in this field. So I would like if you can speak on some of the career options that are available for individuals with data science skills in different domains and industries.
Even artificial intelligence. Because I know a lot of us focus on data science, but there's still artificial
the big data, the NLP.
There's robotics.
So if you can speak on some of the career options that are available for an individual in AI and data science.
Non-coding, if possible.
Non-coding non-coding career options.
Yeah, exactly. That should be included.
You can talk about everything, both coding and non-coding. Yeah.
Some people are running away from coding.
Well, I think a good data scientist have an option available everywhere. Okay. But if you genuinely ask me, without coding, I'm not sure because you need to look into the data and
you need to clean it. You need to do something.
That's just my opinion. I'm not a very big expert, but what I believe that you have to look into the data, and if it's very big, you cannot manually do it. You need to get some kind of expertise with tools or technologies. So. Yeah, I mean, you can work as a data visualization field where you don't have to do much coding. Maybe you can use some tools like Tabula or Power BI and you can work with those things.
Or at least you clean the data.
Yeah. You're coming down, I understand.
Okay. So does that answer our question about this? About
other options, career options beyond the data visualization?
Yeah, you can work as a data scientist, you can work as data analyst, you can work as a consultant. So there are many options available.
Business analyst.
But because you said that without coding.
No, that was
that was just. I think that's my area of interest. But all encompassing. Want to get everything. Yeah. But what about robotics? As in, I think that's engineering.
That also requires coding. Design. You have to code parts of the robot.
Engineering, machine learning, language.
So, at what point do you differentiate data scientists from software developer?
That's a good question.
In software developer, we generally give them a specification that this is the task, you have to do this. But in data scientists, you have to come up with your own questions, with your own insight about what to do. For example, as a data scientist, you can come up with a problem that we need a tool for automated essay grading system in Kiel. So you as a data scientist, you surveyed students, you surveyed faculty, you've identified the requirement. Once you are done with that, automated essay grading system is required, then you will move towards building that system where software developers can help you in making that system.
Oh, wow.
Which one is the bigger task between a data scientist and a software developer?
Which one is bigger task?
Yes.
in my opinion, the task of data
Data
scientist.
scientist.
I
Yeah.
hope they are paying us more.
I think so, based on
It has to do
pay
with
scale.
interest. I know
Yeah.
Shayo has been contemplating moving to cloud.
Yeah.
He has
Data
been-
engineering actually.
Data engineering.
Data
So I know he's
engineering,
been doing more
okay.
of that angle and all that. But I think I'm just going to stick to data. I enjoy data. I'm just trying to strengthen my skills in terms of coding. Or at least doing a bit of SQL to just help my life. But I'm going to be, anytime I need any problem, I'll come and meet you for data engineering. No, I'm not going there.
Wow.
No.
Okay. So as we wrap up our discussion today, we'd love to hear what you see the field of data science evolving in the coming years. I think you've mentioned a bit of it, but what impact will that have on applications across different domains and industries? I know you mentioned a bit, but just as we wrap up, what are your final thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I think that over the period of time, data science will be used in all the domains, whether it is healthcare, whether we are sitting with robotics, education. So I can see that data science will be used everywhere in the future. So if we consider some particular industry, for example, we consider home automation system, I think over the period of time, it will happen that we have more and more tools in home for automation. If we are waking up, so we are waking up with some device like Alexa. So rather than using alarm clocks, I think it will be Alexa. They will inform us these are your meetings.
Alexa, the
You
Siri.
have to drive and so on. So I think over the period of time, we will be working with more automated devices near us.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
On a personal note, you answered Sangeeta, so I'm curious. Where is that coming from? Like having the same surname and your first name.
I think
Sorry.
yeah.
Your name, you answered Sangeeta. So I'm curious, where is that coming from? You answered the same first name and surname. Can you please help us to
Just
understand
The
that?
meaning of my name?
Yeah, Sangeeta, like
The meaning of Sangeeta is music.
Oh, really?
Amazing. But that's your first name and your last name. How come that? I mean, how come you bear Sangeeta, first name and last name?
Quite a personal question, anyways.
Okay. Because as I mentioned that I do not have any surname.
Oh,
And
right.
most of the time whenever I'm filling form or I'm traveling, they ask me last name as a mandatory field. So I just copy my first name and last name.
Do you know? But that's the first. I mean, I've never heard that people don't have surnames. Usually, if they don't have maybe their grandparents' name, they just take on their father's name. So I'm just hearing that for the first time. So I think we're all curious.
I think that's something that may be unique to your home country, India, right?
Yes, so in India it happens that many people do not have surname.
Wow.
Or I won't say that now situation is changing because many
Right.
people are going out of India.
Okay.
So now people are adopting that they should have a last name.
Last name.
But initially, like 30 or 40 years ago when I was born, so it was not that popular to have a last name. We just have to use our father name.
Okay.
And if it's not official, then teacher used to call us with our first name. So if we are filling our form or anything as a kid, we just write our first name, and then over the period of time, it became official.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being on this platform and for sharing your thoughts and expertise on this topic. So, takeaway from today's discussion is that collaboration is very important.
Yes, very, very important.
Then, of course, in the field of data science, artificial intelligence, you must learn some form of coding.
You can't run away
Some
from
people
it.
cannot run
From coding.
from it. And then, of course, in different domains, data science
It's
is
applicable.
very,
Yes.
So thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Yeah. So, well,
Thank you.
folks,
Thank
that
you.
brings us to the
Thanks
end
for
of
inviting me.
our podcast series on AI and data science. So we hope that you found these discussions insightful and informative, and that they inspired you to explore the exciting world of data science further. Thank you to our listeners out there.
Bye.
We want to extend a huge thank you to all our guest speakers for generously sharing their time, expertise, and valuable insight with us. And of course, thank you to our listeners for tuning in and being part of this journey with us. Remember that the future is bright for data scientists, and we encourage you all to stay curious, keep learning, and pursue your passion for this exciting field. Until next time,
bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
bye everyone.
Bye.